Hi everyone, welcome to the muster drill. I'm Scott and the cruise industry continues its recovery. Hi everyone, welcome back. I wanted to talk today about a cruise line that doesn't get talked about a lot, and that would be Viking Voyages or Viking Cruises, which according to their founder, Torsten Hagen, they want to remove the word cruises from their name or from their title because he doesn't want Viking to be associated with the other cruise lines. So let's talk about this. I mean, it's kind of funny that, that's his position about it, but it's basically all about, the COVID response and the testing. So, okay, so Viking is setting up PCR labs on all of their ships. Now, obviously, the cruise lines have these, testing labs on their ship, but Viking is doing it a little bit differently. So, obviously, Viking is a luxury line. It's a higher-end line, and their ships, are a little smaller and stuff like, you would expect, a luxury line to be, other than Celebrity Equinox and stuff like that. It's kind of a big ship. But in any event, so here's the thing. Viking is taking this, basically this position of, not enough is being done on the other cruise lines to protect passengers and the crew from COVID. So, like I had mentioned, their founder has, gone to all these steps. They developed these protocols. They were the first line, I guess, to stop sailing back when the, pandemic had started. And they developed all these protocols and stuff, independent as well as alongside, the CDC. And they hired this vice admiral or whatever who later became like their chief medical officer or something like that or whatever. And, and they've basically been, working this entire situation. So here's what Viking is doing, right? So Viking is setting up these PCR labs and they are going to test daily. So yes, you heard that. They are going to test their passengers daily. Now, if the thought of having one of those super long, Q-tip things shoved up your nose every day, does not, make you feel warm and fuzzy. So don't get, you don't have to worry. Those passengers don't have to worry about that. So what they're going to do is they're going to do the saliva test, right? So I believe like the Dominican Republic or something is doing the saliva test or whatever when you arrive there by plane. I believe that's what they're doing at the airports. But in any event, so this saliva test is, it's not one that's heard much of, and because everyone's always talking about the 50-foot long spear everybody gets shoved up their nose. So, okay. So this is what they're doing. So they're putting these test tubes in everyone's cabin at night, so part of like the normal turn down service or normal, cabin service at night. They'll put these tubes in there, and the passengers go to bed. In the morning, the passengers wake up and they spit in these tubes, and then I guess they leave them somewhere or whatever, and then they come in and they collect them. So they are collecting those tubes. They're sending them down, to the onboard lab. Test results are supposed to take about 3 or 4 hours. In addition to that, they are making everybody wear a contact tracing device. So whether it be like around their neck or in their pocket or whatever, and that, of course, will help them identify where anyone has been if somebody would come into contact, somebody would test positive. So Viking started back sailing in May, and they claim to, after like 19,000 passengers or something like that, they claim to have only had 32 positive, positive passengers since May, and they, their protocols are the same as anyone else. They isolate them in their cabin, and then, they take them off the ship. So, however, they pay for like their hotel and stuff like that. So again, the founder has mentioned that they have partnered with these hotels and stuff in these destinations so that they can put these passengers in them. They're like the very best hotels with the very best views and so forth, so that they can quarantine in comfort. Well, you'd expect that when you're on this luxury line. So, okay, great. That's awesome. But the founder, he's made some jabs at all the other lines. Apparently all these protocols they developed for daily testing and stuff like that, they've shared with the other lines, and the other lines have said that they can't afford, to do that. And, anyway, so I think to myself, okay, would I want a Q-tip shoved up my nose every day? No way. Like, if I had to do that, I would not be cruising. But I don't know. I probably wouldn't mind, if, in the privacy of my own cabin, just spitting in a tube, every morning, putting it on there and heading out for my day, and if something happens, then, they'll tell me. But in any event, so that's, so Viking is making this, taking this very different approach. Now, the cruise line is a very different cruise line in a lot of respects, in that, there aren't any of these kinds of extras and things like that, everything is included. You're paying a much higher price for your cruise, but at the same time, it really is an all-inclusive kind of experience. You're not paying for internet, you're not paying for specialty restaurants, you're not paying for excursions. They're all included in your fare. So, the fact that they're taking this approach, I think, is interesting. And, it asks the question, and I would ask the question, what do you think? Do you think that, how do you feel about getting tested daily while you're on your cruise if it was not one of those Q-tips being shoved up your nose every day? Like, what if you just had, what do you think about getting up every day, spitting into a tube, and leaving it on the desk for your cabin steward to come in and collect, or, putting it in like some little thing outside your room and letting them come by and collect it, let me know in the comments below. So moving on, the island of St. Kitts, if you've ever been there, beautiful island. I've been there once. I would love to go back. They are, they've been open to cruise ships here for a little while now, and now they're going to open to the larger cruise ships, which means, more people coming and stuff. More people getting off the ship. So they are going to be opening to the larger ships, beginning with the Celebrity Equinox. I believe the Equinox is going to arrive there on September 14th, and then throughout the rest of September and October, Carnival Freedom is going to visit, Norwegian Joy, Viking Orion, Seabourn Odyssey, and I believe AIDA or whatever is going to send those ships. Those AIDA ships, they scare the crap out of me. They get these like great big huge lips and a makeup eye and stuff on them and everything. I don't know. They're kind of cool, but at the same time I'm thinking that is crazy. So anyway, so they're going to be visiting, and St. Kitts is, they indicated that their annual economy is around 149 million. Expect that from a smaller island, so they're definitely looking to expand their reopening and get things going on it. The guests who are arrived there, will be able to get off the ship and go into the port area and stuff. If you've been there, it's like a lot of other things. Get off the ship and there's like a special little port area there with a bunch of shops and things like that. So they'll be able to do that, as well as take, some bubble tours and stuff like that around the island. Do not believe they will be free to just roam wherever they want outside the port area, downtown or whatever. But yeah, so that's great news that, they're ready to expand, accepting additional ships. So, and then finally, I wanted to mention today about the Scarlet Lady. She has, Virgin Voyages, long-awaited debut to the cruise ship scene. They've finished their United Kingdom, their UK summer sailing schedule or summer sailing tour, and the Scarlet Lady is now headed to New York. We had done a video about that, I believe, a couple of weeks ago about the Scarlet Lady coming to Pier 88 in New York City, where they're going to host a 3-day onboard party called like Revel or Revel or whatever, and they're going to you can buy tickets like day tickets, I think, start at $100, and you can actually even stay overnight, 2 people for around $1,000 or whatever on board. And they're going to have this big long party, and you can get on board and check the ship out and have a good time and everything, and not actually book a voyage on it. And then after that, it's going to head to Miami to begin the winter sailing season from Miami. So that's good news, and it's all part of this, comeback for the industry. So we're really happy about that and everything. And so, and then I just wanted to remind everybody, we're heading on a Carnival Pride on September 26th. So we're really excited about that, and we can't wait to bring you along with us. And we're gonna be doing, the regular thing from that and bringing you videos. I've never actually been to Half Moon Cay, and you believe that? I mean, I've been on, so many cruises. I mean, I've been on so many cruises, I can't even remember how many cruises I've been on, and I have never been to Half Moon. So I'm really looking forward to going to Half Moon. And we're going to be going to the Bahamas Newport Bimini, so I'm curious about that and can't wait to check that out. So we're going to be bringing you videos and everything else. Sorry we can't do any live streams, we're not there yet, but we're getting there. Thank you very much for everyone who has subscribed and continues to support the channel. We really appreciate that. So that's going to do it for today. Thank you very much for watching. And if you like this video, please click that like button. And please take this time to subscribe to the channel. It won't cost you anything. You click that button and once and you're done. It'll help us out a lot. And don't forget to click the notification bell so that you know every time we upload a new video. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.